All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in again. So on this one, I wanted to analyze a couple clips with y'all on the Lil Nas X situation. So we know that he's been going viral for walking down the street, bucket naked.
Nah. Hey, don't be late to the party tonight.
Where at?
You know where it's at.
And got arrested. We didn't see that in the clips, but he got arrested by the end of that night by harassing some cops, or they try to confront him and he got irate with them or whatever. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? My point of this video is I want to analyze the clips, see what we can come up with that we think is going on with them, and you know, we can turn this into something we can learn from. So hey, let's go. All right, so the first clip I want to show y'all to start this off is we're going to start from the beginning and get to the end. All right. So I got the most up-to-date info on this whole topic. So stay to the end. The first clip I'm going to show you is of him at his hotel or condo. Not sure. But they got the surveillance camera footage of him walking around. And he seemed to be undressing himself. Let's check this out. Now, what we want to be looking at here is a lot of people were saying that he was clout chasing. The big debate with this whole scenario was he clout chasing or was he on drugs? Now, at first, I am one of those people who was insinuating that he could have just been clout chasing because he has been a troll. However, I didn't speak on this topic yet, as y'all could tell, until now, because I had to wait until I got a full opinion that was solid on it, because I don't like to just throw accusations out that I don't feel like I can stand by later. So I wait until I figure out what I really think of this situation. And yeah, as I'm looking and as I actually see and I'm watching it, yeah, a homie looks and appears allegedly to be high off of substance of unknown, or he's dealing with mental health issues. I think it's a combination in this case. His numbers is going down. He's spiraling. And one of the main things I didn't like about this was that it just seems like nobody care about him. It's really fucked up how this industry is, because look, like, let's be real, y'all. Nicki Minaj, would she ever be able, no matter how inebriated she becomes, would she ever be able to walk out down the street like this? You think he's the only one that's like, there's people bigger than him that be probably more zooted than him. They don't get to walk around like this because they got a team and entourage of people around them that give a fuck. For him to be able to do this with no security, no gun, no protection, nothing. And this is not the first time we've seen him walking around, but the first time it was at Pride, and it seemed like he was just, you know, go out there doing his thing on his own. But it really now seems as if he really a lone wolf that just so happened to get big. And this, like, he probably got caught up and chewed up and spit out, and that's what a lot of people thought was clout. They was like, oh, you just so happen to have the Beyonce boots on. Because let's just be real, when these niggas wear them, they're not cowboy boots anymore. They're Beyonce boots, okay? Because until she started that trend, niggas wasn't never even rocking these fucking boots. Okay? I thought that too until now, and looking at the other footage, yes, he does look high. And once I saw that clip, that's when I knew, okay, yeah, homie was definitely on drugs. All right, so after this incident, Lil Nas X was charged with 4 felonies for attacking police during Naked Walk in LA. That's what they're saying that he did, but I did not know that it was going to get this out of hand, and this is crazy, but he's definitely being charged, and his felony charges got him at a bail set at $75K. Now, if he ain't out by already, then that just proves my point that his label then pretty much shelved him and they not tripping, and he has been left for the wolves, and that's why he was able to walk out here like this in the first place. And you see, like, as famous as he so is motherfucking able to walk around like he ain't famous. Y'all notice that? Like, for real. So here's some footage while he's in jail. Check this out. So sad.
Berkeley has been filed on the events that of the defendant's actions prior to the police arrival. Mr. Hill, you have a right to a speedy preliminary hearing within 10 court days of today, 60 calendar days. You understand and give up that right, your case could be set for preliminary hearing setting on September 15th, with the understanding that any preliminary hearing occurred within 10 court days of that day?
Yes.
The scheduled bail for these charges is $300,000.
He has no prior convictions or failures to appear.
That's correct.
And do you want to be heard as comment?
I would, thank you, Your Honor. We'll be requesting an OR bond today. Everybody agrees that a bond of some sort, that Mr. Hill should be released from custody today. The question is, what conditions are necessary to ensure his appearance and the safety of the community. And first, I'll address ties to the community. Mr. Hill owns a home just miles from this courthouse, and he has owned it for 4 or 5 years now. This is where he's made his life. His business dealings are all here. He records music in Los Angeles. His entire management team is in Los Angeles. So he has the support of his management team here. And in the courtroom today are members of Mr. Hill's family. They were here ready to support him with everything he needs upon his release. Mr. Hill is not a flight risk, Your Honor. And as to danger, before the court is a 26-year-old man with no prior criminal history, no history of violence. This man has never so much as gotten in a schoolyard scuffle. Assuming the allegations here are true, this is an absolute aberration in this person's life. Nothing like this has ever happened to him, Your Honor.
Has he ever involved himself in drug treatment programs?
He has not, Your Honor, and I actually know of no evidence that drugs were involved in this.
Well, the police report indicates so. Police report said he was into the hospital.
So now y'all see how when the judge brought up the drugs accusation, he gonna look all surprised and shit. Now the reason why I call cap on that is simply because, nigga, now you didn't just end up in this situation for nothing. Now if you didn't get out there, now either you're loony or you're on drugs. So which one are we gonna go with? Which storyline are we gonna go with? Because it's both of them, allegedly, in my opinion. Okay, just to keep it 100 with you. But we're going to have to choose one or the other to try to save some kind of face, because you can't sit here and go, drugs? What do you mean? So you went out there on your own conscience? Come on, bro. So I think he definitely was, and he just doesn't want to admit to that, because a lot of people have already been insinuating that, because he has weird ass ways, he really does. But let's continue.
So there's a possible overdose.
That's correct, Your Honor, but we just don't know whether that was actually factually accurate or just some officer's hunch that was uncorroborated. We don't know what happened. I'm assuming they drew blood or tested him, so at some point we'll find out, but right now there's nothing in the record that drugs were even a part of this. And so this is just an aberrant episode and an otherwise productive life. To call this life productive, I think, would be an understatement. I think it's a remarkable life of extraordinary accomplishments. He's an artist. He creates music that resonates with millions of people. He's won 2 Grammy Awards and countless other awards. I couldn't even tell you what they are. Time Magazine named him as one of the 100 most influential people a couple years ago. So this is a person who's a pillar of the community. And as cliche as that sounds, it's true for this person. I think an OR bond is absolutely appropriate here.
The money bail is appropriate. We're going to set bail at $75,000. And if he makes that bail, he's ordered to not own, use, or possess any illegal narcotics, attend 4 NA meetings per week, or enroll in an outpatient drug program. So, Mr. Hill, do you understand and accept those conditions?
Yes.
Okay. So be in Department 112 on September 15th at 8:30 in the morning. Others.
Oh, they hitting him over the head with these high ass prices for these bails and shit simply because this nigga's rich. There ain't nothing that nigga did like that to have it to where, like, he ain't assaulting no officers. I don't care what nobody say. Like, I ain't feeling this. It does not look like, I feel like his family and everything and abandoned him. I'm gonna be 100. Like, that's just the vibe I'm getting when I'm looking at him. It's just like, you were up there, now you're falling from grace, and people are, you know how people are. They fuck with you when you up. When you down, they might fuck with you out of, you know, because you make them feel better about themselves. But let's be real. Once you're up and then you fall, they will not be fucking with you, because it's going to be a, you know, that's what you get shit. They like to see you down, all that. Haters and all that. You know what I'm saying? They was jealous of him and all that. So we know that 9 times out of 10, most of his family was jealous of him, just because we know how this goes, okay? So first, before I show his father at the courthouse, I just want to show y'all what he said after all of this has happened. He finally got to get on live and speak his mind on the scenario, and this is what he had to say. Check this out.
Your girl is gonna be okay, y'all. Okay? She's gonna be alright. She's gonna be alright. Shit. That was fucking terrifying. That was terrifying. That was a terrifying last 4 days. But your girl is gonna be alright.
Hey, Lil Nas, how are you doing? How are you holding up?
Gets into the back of a Rubicon by himself. Nobody was coming out with him. Nothing. Like, what? Like, why they gotta do this nigga like this, man? Like, no other celebrity that's getting all this press for this type of shit goes through this by themselves with nobody in their support system. But his father popped up. Let me just show this.
How do you cope with being in jail?
God is good. I don't think I said God is good. God has a plan.
Has he talked about what happened on Thursday?
No, I think you all know everything that you need to know about what happened Thursday.
Were drugs involved?
But God is good.
Illegal drugs?
Absolutely not.
What can you tell us? What can you tell us? Have you talked to him?
That'll be it. Thank y'all. Y'all have a
What kind
good
of
day.
support are you offering him at this time?
We
the
family support.
The family's gonna address.
Any message to the fans that are concerned about him right now?
He's in good spirit. He's all right. He's very remorseful for what happened. You know, but it can happen to any family. You know, he's going to get the help that he needs, and just keep him in your prayers. You know, give him the same grace and mercy that God give everyone.
Sir, what kind
That's
of
it.
How is he doing mentally? I know a lot of people
He's
have
doing
brought
great
that
mentally.
up.
He's doing great mentally. He's doing great mentally.
What was that first conversation like with him?
It's awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
How do you cope with the...
You know, we shared tears, we shared laughter, but he's in great spirit. He's going to be great, you know. God, like I said, God is good. You know, all the time, God is good, you know. Just keep him in your prayers.
Are you looking forward to having him home today, sir?
Absolutely, absolutely.
What do you think's the first thing that he's going to do when he comes out? Will he be...
Give God all the glory. Give God all the glory. That's what he's going to do when he first get out. Give God all the glory.
And is there anything you could tell us about what happened that night? Anything you can give us?
I can't tell you nothing about that night.
So, yeah, you see that the father said that they shedded tears and everything when they talked about it. I just don't buy it. It was too politically correct. And, you know, the way that this man was out there like that, nah, he got a lot going on mentally and spiritually. He's not all good spiritually either. that type of shit does not happen every day, bro. Somebody walking down the street, but this could have been one of them stories where this nigga could have came across the wrong people. He was out there by himself, walking around butt ass naked with no protection, no security or nothing. That was a cry for help, a real serious cry for help, bro. So like, I just hope that the love is real that is around him, and everybody in the community need to show him some love, because I don't like this shit. I don't care what I didn't like about his music or what I disagree with about his antics. I don't like this shit, but at the same time, you kind of get what you asked for. He was doing a lot of that, playing around with spiritual shit, with people's, beliefs and all of that. Like, he was playing a lot of troll shit just to get this big. And then it's like, you can't get all this going on for yourself and not in an authentic way, okay? You have to do certain shit authentically in order for it to last and for you to have longevity. Bro, you wasn't an authentic artist. Let's just be real. I feel like he just got lucky as fuck. He was in the right place, right time. And, things just happened for him in a way. But there was never nothing really crazy about him. But I do feel like he has a good look. As far as his looks and everything, he looks good. But when it comes down to the talent and everything, it just wasn't longevity. He had to play too many games and do too much fuck shit and troll too much to be really talented. And then he was a one-trick pony, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to come out with something that people can relate to and stop caring about the numbers. And all he cared about was the numbers. And he was trying to make sure he pleased, his label. His label was pressuring him. He probably had family pressure, all that. So it just got the best of him and ate his ass up. This is an example of being chewed up and spit out, and it causes a lot of Hollywood actors, rappers, singers, etc. to spiral out of control on drugs, alcohol, whatever. And this is what happens. And I feel like that's what's going on with him. So hopefully he gets the help that he needs. And yeah, that's it for this one. I'll update this if we get something else. All right, y'all. So thank y'all for tuning in on this one. Hit them comments up, like this video, because Kelso say so. I'm going to see y'all on the next one. Peace.
No, I don't give a fuck about what anyone say. No, I don't give a fuck about what anyone say.